Welcome to Corks Convo, a podcast where we dive into real life stories. I'm your host, Regina, along with Shadon and Tiffany, and we're here to talk about our journey, our experiences. And so, whether you're 20 or whether you're 80 or somewhere in between, you're in the right place. So, grab your AirPods, your headphones, and pour you a glass of wine and settle in for an uncorked conversation. Okay, ladies, let's get started. Let's get started. Today, we're talking about a topic that's near and dear to all of us. So, who am I after we have raised our children? So this question is one that we are all in a state of various states of this. Like, we all have adult children. Shadon and I, our kids are a little older, but Caleb is at college. So the house is silent now. We wanted the house to be quiet, and now it's quiet. So how do you feel about your quiet house, Tiff?
Quiet house. For me, I feel good about it. I do miss the noise sometimes. I miss the domestic help that I've had over the years, the pumping of the gas, the taking out of the trash, the breaking down of the boxes, But I enjoy the fact that he's establishing a life of his own. I enjoy the fact that I'm getting back to me. Because when you have those kids, you don't get to you a lot of times. Everything you do circles around them, what they need, where they gotta go, all of that. So it hits me at night more because I'm used to like having somebody to like say, "You okay? You want?" But it's okay. I'm transitioning as I should. So I can still take time.
Yeah, we all are. And Shadon, how you like your quiet house?
I love it. I love it. Let's say even after my son got out of high school, he did not move. He just moved maybe a couple of years ago. I think it's only been maybe 3 or 4 years. At first, like I really didn't want him to go because I had him at such a young age, so I didn't even know who I was. I didn't know who I was without him. I didn't know what I was going to do without him. Like we had been like peanut butter and jelly for such a long time, but I, promised him even when he was young that I would never hold him. Once he, came up and he talked to me about it, I was like, you don't have to go, you don't want to, but I was like, he does, he has to grow. He has to be a man. He has to do his things. And so I went ahead and let that go. I kind of got a couple of little things for the house to make sure I'm safe in here and locked in. And I was like, your mom's going to be all right. Do your thing.
Yeah, so for me, it's hard because I feel like if you ask me who I was, in my late 20s and 30s, I was their mom. Like I prided myself in being a good mom to them. And as they started growing, I remember when Marche went away to college, she went away to school, and I didn't want to leave the place. I didn't want to leave there. I'm snotting, and she was like, "Mom, you gotta go," because she mushy like me. She was like, "Mom, you gotta go, get out. I can't have these people looking at me like this." So she didn't put me out. She didn't put me out the dorm room. But I still had Reggie, so it was like I held them a little bit tighter. You know what I mean? Because I still had one more. So as Reggie, when he got to his senior year, and you have all the senior activities, the prom, all of this kind of thing, and then he was in the band, so they would have different things, and then they had a senior day for the band or something at a football game, and I got to walk on the field with him and all that kind of stuff. But that's when it kind of hit me like, oh my God, this is the last game, this is the last everything. So I started feeling like that, and I had to really say that I had to take a different look at it, and I was like, good job, Riri. You raised 2 kids to be able to be self-sufficient. So that kind of got me out of mommy mode to, kind of setting my posture up straight, because I did a good job. I was proud of myself. I did a good job. So, and then that leads me to my next point. So now the kids are gone. We have a chance to rediscover ourselves.
Mhm.
So, in rediscovering yourself, what have you found out about yourself, or what are you still looking forward to finding out about yourselves?
I'll go. I think, let me say, I found out that I really like quiet. I am an introvert by
Mhm.
nature. And sometimes I can have the TV on, like this is around my time that I'm just mellowing out and I have to reset
Mhm.
for the day. And I like the quietness. Like
Yeah.
I really enjoy just that moment of coming in and fixing myself something to eat and coming into my living room and propping my feet up and just scrolling through whatever it is I want to do. I don't have to stop and get anyone else something else to eat, just me.
Yep.
That's what I'm looking. I love it.
Tiff.
I like that. For me, it's back when I was in my 20s, I always thought I could just see everything. I felt like what I saw is what it was. You know, I limited myself. So if I didn't think I could do something, I would just say, no, that's not for me. You know, and as I got older, I said, well, let me just try to go to school, you know, because I would hang out and I mean, I was just kind of wasting my life away. And then around my
Mhm.
30s, that's when I kind of started to look at life differently. And now in my 40s, I'm like, you know, nothing is impossible.
Mhm.
Nothing is impossible. Everything that's meant for us or meant for me to do or have or become, I see it now. And even if I don't see it, just because I know God allows it, I know it can still occur and happen. So that's kind of
Right.
my view. Like I don't limit myself no more.
So to that point, I remember some years ago, the kids were Reggie was still young. He probably was in middle school at this point. I was with this group and we did this exercise. And the
Mhm.
exercise, I may have told both one or both of you this before, but the exercise was to write your own obituary. And I
Mm.
Mhm.
remember saying the only thing I could put is I was Reggie and Marche's mama at that
Mhm.
point. So that led me to create my sassy group because I had started sassy right before Reggie was like he was in high school, like he, the ninth or 10th grade or
Mhm.
something like that. So I had started sassy. I was like, I'm gonna get some business for myself.
Right.
So I had started sassy, and the only other thing that I had was one regret is that I did not finish college. So I
Mhm.
ended up going back to school to get my degree. So I
Mhm.
started doing some things. So now when I think about who I am as a person now. I'm a business owner. I've done some things so I
Mhm.
have some accolades to put on obituary if I needed to now. I ain't ready to do it, but
Right.
if I had to, I got some accolades I can put on there. But back then I was just
Mhm.
Reggie and Marche's mom.
Mhm. And you
So
got something to hang on the wall right now if you
I
want to.
do. I
Yeah.
got
And I
two
used to not do
degrees.
that. I wouldn't put none of my accomplishments up. When I graduated, I never gave invitations out. My mom was like, "Why do you do that? Why are you so modest? You just don't want people to know nothing. You just so." And I felt bad for doing good, if that makes sense. Like I felt
Mhm.
the girls I hung around, they didn't go to college. They were, you know, we were hood. I'm not gonna lie. We hung out and but no shade to them, but I just felt like it was always something different. I wanted to do something different with my life, and first in my family, and I felt good about that. You know what I'm saying? That I accomplished something.
Same with me.
So
Same
yeah.
with me. So yeah, I get it. I get it. It's about growing, learning yourself, growing, and wanting more for yourself. You don't have to remain, in the same place. It's
Right.
always another path you can take, and you can
Mhm.
always reinvent yourself as many times as you want to.
Right.
With that being said, so the next transition that I have been a part of, and Shadon is we're grandmothers. What do
Ooh.
your grandkids call you, Shadon?
Grandma.
Okay,
Grandma.
so
Okay.
I'm
Grandma.
Yammy. I am Yammy,
Yammy
and
and grandma.
yes, I'm
Okay. How
Yammy.
many grandkids between y'all? Two. How many you got, Shannon? Two.
I have
Okay.
two.
And I
Mhm.
have
Okay.
one.
and you got one. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
And
I can't wait. That's got to be an amazing feeling. Like,
so, Shadon, let's talk about it. So, what do you feel? Because it's a difference. What do you feel is the difference between being a mom and a grandparent, a grandma?
The perk is I can love them, squeeze them, hug them, and then send them back.
Yes.
I can't. I'll be like, no, not this time, not this time.
Yeah.
Other than that, I am totally like, this one has me wrapped around his finger. You hear me?
Like
Which one?
like,
Bari?
yes. When I say this little Bari, my pumpkin, I call him my pumpkin, and because he's 13 now. So when I'm at the basketball games, like my mother, you remember my mom used to come and she would come in as soon as she see him lose, and she'd get on her little pocketbook and she'd walk out. I am there the whole game screaming and hollering. I'm like, get him, pumpkin! Like, I love it. When I say love it, and when like anything he asks.
So for me, I feel like it's just a different kind of love. You love your children unconditionally. You really, really do. But a grandchild to me is the best part of your child. Like the things that you love so much about your child, your grandchild is that the best part. Now, when they acting a fool, you can see the yep, you should definitely your mama child. Like you can see that, right? You can see that, but they like the best part of the child, of my child. Like so Cam is I need to say this on here because everybody think Cam is Reggie child. Reggie ain't got no kids. Reggie don't got no kids. America. Marche has his name is Kamar, but we call him Cam. Cam is 9. And so Cam's birthday is the day after mine.
Okay.
I remember when Marche was pregnant, when she was pregnant and she was going into labor, it was my birthday. And so I had turned off my phones. I was, getting a massage. Like I was out of touch. Nobody could get in touch with me. So my sister trying to call me to tell me Marty is in labor. She in labor, and Daddy trying to. He gonna come and get you. Where are you? Like it was like that because they know I was gonna be hysterical. So I'm like, oh, Zen. I had a massage, and I came home to chill out, and I had cut my phone off. I had cut it off. So fast forward, my dad is coming to get me now. Reggie's at work. He working in DC. He had to catch a train. He caught the train to Baltimore because that's where she was at. He had to catch the Baltimore train all the way to. It was just a whole thing. Like we all there all day, and I'm in the hospital, mad, because I don't want to have a moon bounce on my birthday. I do not want y'all to try to put out parties together. So that's what I'm thinking. I'm mad all day. I don't want no moon bounce at my birthday party. So that's what I'm saying the whole day. Baby, he had to come after midnight. Now he got his own birthday and I'm good. Everybody's happy now. So because he and I have that close of a birthday, it's like our special connection is even more special. And even though Marche's birthday is in July as well, but because we right a day apart, he be like, what you doing for your birthday and what you gonna do for your birthday? Like we just make it such a thing. So, and I love that about him. And I know I'm gushing on about him, but real quick, let me tell you another thing I love about him. That little thing, he will call me and FaceTime me and send me stuff on TikTok all day. But let me just go back to this one story about and I was dating and so I telling the kids I'm dating somebody. So they was like, ooh, you gotta tell Cam because he ain't gonna take it good. He just ain't gonna take it good, right? So his mama then set me up and say, call your Yammy because she got something she need to tell you. So I'm like, he called me and I was at my part-time job. So I was like, I can't talk right now. He kept calling me. I was like, what's up? He was like, my mom told me you got something you want to tell me. So I told him, I said, yeah, so Yammy has a boyfriend now or whatever. And he was like, Yammy, are you being safe? You know you need to get the FBI to do a background check on him because he might be scamming you, girl.
That part.
He need to call Aunt Tiff.
Them kids were knowing.
Call Aunt Tiff on that one.
He's smart.
I baby, he told me that the man might be trying to scam me. He told me, you gotta call the FBI.
Hey, we just gotta watch it. We don't know who we dating out here in these streets now. Sometime,
I should have listened to Cam and called the FBI.
Hey. Oh, Cam called it. He said it.
Listen, Cam was on that one.
Yes,
oh my God, that is so funny.
With my boys, I'm totally outnumbered. I said not too long ago, I don't know if you all were watching the Cosby Show back in the day, when Claire got her own little room. It was like down by the kitchen. It was just her room. I feel like sometimes I'm totally outnumbered here. Like, like the bathroom and my little jacket, my pink Stanley cup. I'm just totally outnumbered. They take my little stuff. I don't mind because I'd be like, I know. You can look at certain things and say, this is this one. Or this is that one. They have these little personalities and they do, certain things. Like I have one that's going to be a hard worker. And then I got one that's going to be like his father. That's going to be fly to death and talking and spending money like that.
That's Barry.
Right. He asked me for like a $700 pair of tennis shoes. And I was trying to get it.
No, you was not. No, you were not.
700?
How
old is Barry? 13?
Barry need a job.
He does. And he's dying to get this summer job. What I was like, I want you to do your volunteer hours for high school.
Yeah.
Get everything out before you start to get paid because it's hard to come back. So, I think, and even at this moment, I had the opportunity to be grandma, but also take the time and like discuss things clearly, like why did dad, why did mom, and things like that, and really, really like come to terms with why you're punished. Do you understand why you got punished? Do you understand what these things are and why you didn't get your allowance this time?
Okay, so Shadon, let me just ask a question because both you and I, and Tiffany, you can answer, but I know you don't have a grandchild.
Y'all go ahead.
Go ahead. So, we was kind of tough with these boys because we was going to make sure that streets wasn't getting our boys. That was our goal. The streets was not going to get our boys.
True. That's right.
Are you hard on your grandsons like you were with Davon?
I am.
You are.
I am. Like, I am very direct. I was very direct with Davon. I can say that I'm not, like, I don't feel like I have to get the belt or anything like that. But I think at this moment in my life, I think the way I address him and deal with him is totally different. Like you can tell the difference in me being mom and being grandma, because I always say you have a mom, and I'm second to say whatever she says, I follow.
Right.
Like, it's good because I don't care what nobody say.
Are you
doing
what
I want?
I say to him, I still have to follow what your parents say because I felt like that's some of the things that I needed. My mom did not. Her grandkids could do no wrong.
That's
me personally, I'm saying if you don't, you have to learn the lesson.
So if he punished at home, he not punished at he punished at your house too?
Yes.
No, ma'am. Well, you shouldn't have brought him over here because
that's where my mother used to be. But nope, if he comes,
and see, I'm the opposite. Like if you want him to be punished, he got in trouble over there. He ain't get in trouble over here. But I still have a conversation about whatever the issue was. I do have those kind of conversations with him, but no, you're not punished. You're not punished. But some of the things he like to do, I might be like, no, we're not doing that because you did whatever. So find something safe to do. You know what I mean? But I don't have him not doing stuff. One of the things that he really likes is he knows that in the summertime I like to walk at the park, and he likes to go to the park with me. So he'll be like, can we go to the park? He wants to do the things that he knows that I like that we do together.
Y'all can do together. Yeah. That's bonding.
A perfect example is my nephew Meech. Sometimes he'll go to the gym with me in the morning. And my grandson going to call me and say, I'm jealous that Meech get to go with you to the gym. Yeah. That little thing's something else. He's something else.
Mine's but he is. I'm like, send him to me. Because, honey, I lie to you now. We can cuddle up. It is the best feeling to have my, and I,
Yeah.
I try to say, is this inappropriate? Because he, lay on my chest, and I'd be like,
Mhm.
what happened? So and I'd be like, send him to me. Send
Yeah,
him to me.
Caleb be up under me like that. He just got back Saturday, and he be on the other side of the bed. I be on, like, he'll come in my room and he'll give me
Baby,
a hug out of the blue. That's just where
one
we
thing
are.
I can say about my kids, my daughter will be, she gonna be 38 in July. And Reggie just
Really?
and Reggie just turned 32. Them two together, they come and they both will get in the bed with me like they was
Mhm.
little kids. Those are the things that I love. I cherish
I
those
love
little
it.
moments. Now
Yes.
Reggie ain't gonna stay but 5 minutes, but he gonna get
That's Caleb. You get about 5 minutes. Well, that's
yeah,
it.
yeah, he ain't gonna stay about 5 minutes. But Marche has always been a cuddler, a snuggy person,
Mhm.
and she likes to rub on you. And I'll be like, "Girl, stop touching me," because
That's
Yeah.
she
what you
rub on you like she like a little cat. Go on somewhere with
Yeah.
that. So she's always been like that. But those are the things that I love, and so for me, those are our little badges of we did good by our
Oh,
children
yeah.
because they can do that. Because a lot of kids ain't got that. They ain't have nobody to hug and snuggle up to and all that kind of stuff. So for those reasons, I say that we did a good job. So we can
Yes,
all
sir.
pat ourselves on the back because we
Yes.
did a good
And
job.
they love us. You know what I
and
They
they
mean? Like,
love us.
who like me and him about to travel. It's gonna take us about 7 hours.
Oh,
We
you
do this.
driving?
Yeah, I'm gonna drive. I got my car. I'm driving that car. I said, why am I keeping this car in the garage? I'm finna drive. I don't never drive it nowhere. I said, I'm
Oh,
gonna drive this car, and so yeah, I'm gonna throw my stuff because every time I go to the airport, it's crazy. They
they
try.
talking crazy too. I heard this morning they talk about get to the airport like 5 hours before your flight
No,
because
ma'am.
the TSA people ain't getting paid, so they ain't coming to work.
Yep.
So it's a mess. It's a
Yeah.
mess.
Yes.
But anyway, let me move this train right along.
Okay.
So here's the other thing about who we are now at this age. We are what they call the sandwich generation. Are you
Mm.
guys familiar with that? It kind
Mhm.
of refers to we still have we have children that may be grown, but we still assist them with some kind of way
Yeah.
and taking care of grandkids, but we also taking care of these parents.
Yes.
We are assisting with our parents as well.
Mhm.
So, how do you feel about being in the middle? Because they consider that middle age when you are in the middle of, you've raised kids, you grandparents, and then you are helping with your parents. How do y'all feel
Mhm.
about that?
Well, I'll say one thing. Me and my mom have conversations all the time. And one day I was like, no, I'm not doing this. Sometimes I have to, like I have to put a boundary up on myself because I
Mhm.
like that. I just throw it away. I'm working for everybody else. And so I
Mhm.
said, no, I'm not doing it this time. And so she was like, we helped you. And so I said, Ma, this right here, my dad retired at 50. I'm
Mhm.
50, I'm still working. So I'm like, I say, come on, son, we sit next to each other. I might be able to watch my great grandkids, but I'm still working. I'm still out here doing the same thing. And I'm going to probably be working another 10 years. And my grandson, 13. So, like I was like, no, I'm not taking off. I'm not doing that. Like I'll say, I do have to put up a boundary. I say to my
Mhm.
grandson, you can't come to my house if you're suspended from school. If it's a Monday through Friday and you ain't in school,
Mhm.
you can't come. But he has a little bit of me in him somewhere because he'll turn it on out. But I'm sorry, grandson. But that's what I am. I love it, but I try to put up some boundaries a little bit. I can't tell you
Yeah.
that I'm following through with it. But with me and my mom and my dad and working with my son and everybody, sometimes I feel like an octopus. My arm is just pulled in all
Mm.
different um, areas. My dad had
Yeah.
said to me, sometimes it's just the position that you're in life. He was like, and
Mhm.
sometimes you take it with a grain of salt. Sometimes I cry.
Mhm.
We talk about that. We talk about that. Me and you
Yeah.
have talked about this before because
Mhm.
I always feel like I'm just
Oh,
the
yeah.
one. And
Mm-hmm.
I'll be like, sometimes I'll tell my mother like an example of this is, my mother has a lot of health challenges and
Mhm.
recently she was in a hospital and My sister, my sister Gay was sitting on the bed with my mom. I'm in a chair across from them. My mother was like, Regina, do this. I said, Gay sitting right there beside you. Like, do you know you have other children, another child? You don't gotta always like it's that. And so one time my mother just told me, as a parent, you just know what your children need or and who that child is. So that's why. So that's why they lean on me. And so I think I said to you, Shadon, before, like when you just know what your lot is in life, like I just know I'm that one. Um
Exactly. Hmm.
and you know, they be teasing me because I be saying I'm the family manager, but I really am.
Mhm. Yeah.
So when you just know your role, instead of me stressing out about it, I say, this what we doing, you
Mhm.
know, this look, this what we wearing for Christmas this year, this what we
Mhm.
doing for Thanksgiving. I say all the things and everybody just fall in
Mhm.
line. It's just what it is. And
Yeah.
Tiffany,
Yeah.
how is it with you and your family?
I am about that. I plan all the family reunions. We just had that banquet last year. I was told by a family member, I asked, do y'all want to do the banquet? Because I want to bring everybody together. They
Mm-hmm.
don't, we got another group that only wants to focus on the younger generation. And I think
Mm-hmm.
that's kind of, we don't know how long these older folks are going to be here. So I
True.
believe every year we need to do something that includes everybody. But
I
I was
agree.
told no with an exclamation mark. And I got a little teed off about it. I'm not gonna lie, because I take family serious. I
Yeah.
really do. I take family serious, and I will, fund something because I want everybody to come together. That's how much
Mm-hmm.
it means to me. It's not a money thing, but
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I plan the trips. I plan the gatherings. I cook the food. Like when people come to my house, I think you remember y'all came and what we had breakfast that morning because
We
we
had
got in
breakfast in
a
the
little
middle of
late.
the night. In the middle of the night, we had breakfast.
But I love people. I love being there helping. People call me about computer stuff sometime. I might get a call about different things. And I just, wherever I can fit, I fit. Whatever I can do, I do. But I have to be careful because, like Shadon said, them boundaries are important. So, sometimes you got to throw them up. You got to throw one up because you'll find yourself lost. You lost in the
Mm-hmm.
sauce because you didn't try to run and be everything to everybody, and it just ain't gonna work out always. So that's me, and I don't fight about it. I'm grateful. I'm grateful for
Mm-hmm.
where I am, and I'm grateful for the opportunity and the capability because everybody
Mhm.
don't have it.
That's a
So
Mm-hmm.
fact. That is
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
a fact.
Mm-hmm.
Well, what I've learned about this stage of the life that I'm in is that I am just truly grateful for all the things, the big things, the little things,
Yes.
the not so good things. I try to find a piece of joy in
Mm-hmm.
everything.
Mm-hmm.
Um, sometimes I remember one day my father was telling me a story that he had told me 999 times. So instead of being like, oh my God, I had to tell myself one day he's not gonna be here to tell me that
Yeah.
same
Right.
story. So I tried to really read, gather myself back when I start going like, oh
Mm-hmm.
my God, here we,
Mm-hmm.
because some
Yeah.
days I'd be like that, I'd be like that. If you tell me this story one more time. So
Mm-hmm.
some days it's
Yeah.
like that, but for the most part, and I always tell my children, like I say, this for y'all memories. This is
Yeah.
for
Yes.
y'all memories. They have done their
Yes.
part as parents. This is for
Mm-hmm.
y'all. So you need
Mm-hmm.
to be, so I always tell them, I was like, call and check on your grandparents. I know y'all living y'all life, but FaceTime, do all
Check
these
'em.
things. I was like, because
Yeah.
this is for y'all.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I
Yeah.
found out my son, since he's away in college, I thought that he didn't check on them. And it really warmed my heart to know that him and my dad talk like every 2, 3 days,
Mm,
like they're
yeah.
talking,
That's
so
you.
that's
That's
something I
love.
don't have to push. I don't have to say, did you call it? It's like
Mm-hmm.
he's making the initiative. So that's stuff that
Mm-hmm.
made me happy, because we can't do everything, like I said, and we can't be the pulling them to do this and telling them to, like, some stuff they got to do on their own. And
Hmm.
I love to see when they take those initiatives and
Mm-hmm.
grow.
Now,
Well,
one thing I love is to see my parents with my kids. So
Yes.
my mother calls Meech and Reggie her dumplings. So since she had girls, she loved the boys. So
Mm-hmm.
they her dumplings. I don't care. She can be sick in the bed. And somebody say, "Can you fry me some chicken?" She gonna get up and fry the chicken.
You
Like she is like that. My best
mm-hmm.
friend. lives in North Carolina now, but before her mother moved to North Carolina, she
Mm-hmm.
said, I ran into your mom at the grocery store, and she talked about she over there getting some chicken because the boys want some chicken. I was like, that sound about right. That sounded about
Mhm.
right. But
That's
yeah,
my mother. Thanksgiving, we had sweet potatoes and mashed potatoes. I was like, wait, which one are we
Right.
having? She was like, my boys. My boys love my mashed
Mm-hmm.
potatoes. I was like, what? Then we got this because Thanksgiving, the first Thanksgiving was at my house. The first time that I hosted Thanksgiving this year, and I was like, don't bring that boy stuff over here.
but
Don't bring it.
I really love to watch it. I love to watch
Yeah.
my mom and my dad with the boys. And I got a funny story. Tiffany, do you got anything? Because then I'll
No,
tell my
no, go
story.
ahead. Go ahead. Go
Okay.
ahead.
So I got a funny story. So it's like Meech and Reggie, they're very
Mhm.
competitive. Like, Reggie always talk about when he was playing football, and Meech was like, did y'all go to the championship? And Reggie did go to the championship. But did y'all win 2 years in a row? So
Oh, yeah.
it's like that kind of stuff in my house. So um a fun fact that y'all probably didn't know, my father was, I want to say it was 1982. He was Mr.
Mhm.
Goodbody, like a bodybuilder. He was Mr. Goodbody,
Mhm.
1982.
What?
So yeah, and so that's why it kills me that he don't want to do no exercise now. But anyway, so it was one Christmas or Thanksgiving. I can't remember what it was. It was Christmas or
Mhm.
Thanksgiving, but everybody is together. And so it was Christmas because I bought the boys, Meech and Reggie, some push-up bars, right?
Mhm.
And so Reggie say, Meech, hit the floor, give me 50 or something like that. You know how the guys
Mhm.
talk, give me 50 real quick. So Meech get down, pop, 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 he do his thing. So Meech like, Reggie, let's do it. Pop, pop, pop. Somebody say, Poppy, get down, give me some. Baby, my daddy got on that floor and did them 50 push-ups. No problem, right?
Mhm.
Okay, fast forward to March. Fast forward to March. We're in the hospital. He got had surgery on his shoulder. them, them damn
Oh. He
He wasn't gonna
showed
let them
them.
boys show him up though.
I
He
was
wasn't.
about to say he showed them because
He
sometimes
wasn't gonna let them
you
boys.
still got to show them you got it. You still have to show them that you still got it.
baby. You cannot go from not doing nothing to doing 50 push-up with the push-up
That's
bars
right.
and think you can. But
Hey.
anyway, so my point is I love that their relationships that they have built with my
Yeah.
parents. And I just love it. And even though like now it's a funny story that we tell everybody. So now when everybody get together, there's
Mhm.
no push-ups going on in this house. We like that. Don't nobody say
No,
push-ups
nobody do it.
Hmm.
because we not having surgery. Like we're not doing that. So it's like funny now. So we just,
Yeah.
I just really appreciate the relationships that everybody has with each other, even my
Mhm.
sister's relationship with my kids and
Yeah.
vice versa. Like I can just see stuff like my sister and Reggie are so much alike.
Mhm.
They both Pisces. They 2 weeks apart.
Mhm.
When I tell you they so much alike, I'll call him gay because he acts like
Mhm.
my sister. I'd be like gay. He'd be like, Mom, I'm not gay. Like I'm calling him sexually gay. And so
Uh-huh.
because he acts so much like my sister, and when they get together, they be like, "What's up, Five? What's up, Slime?" They got a
Yeah.
handshake. They doing all the food. They food. So I love the relationships that everybody have with each other. I really do. I
Mhm.
love my family and wouldn't
Yes.
trade them for the world. But I'm
No.
glad the house is silent.
I hear
There you
that.
go. There you go.
Yes,
It is
Lord.
nothing
Thank
like
you.
that silence part, though. I can tell you that. But
No.
my grandson, when he gets here, he knows when I need that. He'll say, "Grandma, you watching your stories?" And because I used to say that to my grandmother, and I look like,
Mhm.
"What? I am down here watching sisters. I need to watch my stories." She'd be like, "You watching your stories? What you watching on TV? Can I turn it?" I'm like,
Mhm.
Grandma got to get her stories in now.
Mhm.
Mm.
All
Yeah.
right, Grandma.
Use your
Mm-hmm.
time. You got to have your personal time to do
That's
what
it.
you
That's
enjoy.
it. That when I say he is here, he is here. He has his own room. I went in. He was like, "Grandma, can I get rid of the Spider Man?" And it was like, I'm getting older, so I ran out and got something else. And she's getting older. I was like, "Hey, whatever, whatever
Yeah.
it is, let me know so we can get this done, and it don't have to be this conversation. There's so many other things to do."
Yes. Indeed.
Well, as we
And-
transition from mom to our individual self,
mhm.
reclaiming who we are as women, and learning us and loving our new selves. And then we got to raise these parents of ours. We still can redefine ourselves or reinvent ourselves as many times as we want. There is no limit to anything that we want to do. If you want it, go after it. And I am just happy to see the growth of both of you. I got so many stories, but I ain't gonna tell them because we be here all day. I just got so many stories. I just have this one little story about Shadon. Our boys played football together for a long football, basketball. They played all the sports together forever. And I'm team mom. That. But Shadon was a little. She was a little. What's the word I want to call her? She was a little feisty little thing. I
was thinking feisty.
She had her stomach out and little booty shorts on. Like she was that mom on the football team, right? You couldn't tell her nothing. And when
you remember that time we walking around the track, I had on my cutoff shirt. She was like, she eating all that stuff now. I don't have a cutoff shirt now.
Yes, because she used to be eating all the junk, all this. I'd be like, baby, it's gonna come. It's gonna catch you. I'm trying to tell you, baby. Yes. That's a whole nother story for another day. But baby, this is what I just want to say about the mom. So Shadon was the mom, like, what you say about my child? Like, she was that mom. She was ready at all.
When I say, and still to that day, I'd be like, don't you even mention his name. That right there, I'll be on some Bruce stuff 2 days out. Don't you come for that one. Don't you come for mine. Everybody else is on the limit. Don't come for mine.
And me, I was a little bit different. If I didn't like them, I'd be like, can I talk to you for a moment? I'm that mom, right? But she about to jump over the fence and do all the stuff. She out there cussing everybody out. Girl, it was great.
Everybody.
I don't think I'm a cuss them out, but I have definitely had to get live with a neighbor actually that was doing just a little too much for me, buying Caleb gifts. It was a guy, the lady next door to me's son, older son, and it just didn't work for me. And I had to, when I say I had to check, because you already know I know what grooming is. Like
that's exactly what I was going to say.
Kind of dealing with the wrong one over here, but I had to check that situation. I've never seen myself raise up like that before. When it comes to our children, and any form of violation, I'm telling you what, I don't know. I don't know how far I go, y'all. I know I might go on and hurt somebody. So I have to really be careful.
Retirement. What I say? Come out of retirement.
I'm serious. Like it really blew my mind. But I knew right then that's that unconditional. That's that real love, man.
That's that mama bear protecting her cub. Stuff. Yeah, but I get it. I get it.
I remember one time Davon was saying something to his teacher, and his teacher was like, I'm gonna call your mom. He was like, I wouldn't do that if I was you. She called. I'm like, what you talking about? Not mine. He said, I told you I wouldn't call her if I was you.
Dang.
When I tell you this thing right here will be popping, oh my God, so many days that we was on that field laughing and she cussing everybody out. It would be so fun. We used to have a ball. That was so fun. And when I see she was twitching her little tail around this whole field in front of all these men, she with her little cutoff shirts and her little booty shorts. And what's the song? Every time I hear that song, Pop, Lock, and Drop It, I think of you all the time.
Yes, that was me. Damn. But no, just recently, Davon was at Barry's basketball game, and so the game wasn't running on time. So I called him. I was like, "Hey, what's going on?" He was like, "Yeah, I'm still here." I was like, If it would have been me and the game was at 8:00, I would have shown up, said to that coach, "Listen, 8:00. If not, I'm pulling them off this field immediately." I'll be up screaming, "Let's go!" Everybody's still out there running. I'll be like, "Let's go now." Right. He's got to get his bath. He got to eat. I'll say the coach.
It's so many stories, Tiffany. If you could have been out there you wouldn't even believe. You wouldn't even believe she is who she is today. Like she has
Mhm.
come a long way. But so have I, because it's still in me. I ain't saying I'm perfect. I ain't saying
Mm-hmm.
that at all.
Mm-hmm. Because
But
you got rose up a little bit last night. A teeny. I said, oh yeah. I don't know if he want to go no further. Shadon was bringing it.
I did good. I think I
You
did
did
good.
great.
Mhm.
You
I
did
did
great.
good. Cause who was you to tell girl? That was a whole mess right there. Tiffany, close the show before I go somewhere I ain't got no
All right,
business.
y'all. So everybody's done. Any last closing remarks? Anybody with any last closing remarks? Shadon, Regina.
I would just say that I love the skin that I'm in.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. And I would just say my scars are my badges. Like I don't even look at
Yeah,
scars
I
as
love
like
it. I love
scars
it.
no more. They are badges and I wear them proudly. And I'm just
Mhm.
grateful to have the experiences. And now it's time to make more experiences. And guess what? I got them so-called scars, which are my badges that I'm gonna wear, and I'm gonna make some real accomplishments that's gonna make me
Yeah.
even better. So that's my takeaway.
All right. Well, that was good. I
Okay.
love it.
Yeah. All right, guys. Well, this has been another on-court conversation with our podcast, Courts and Convo. Misha, Don, and Regina. We look forward to having you join us every week. We're going to raise our glasses to another on-court conversation. And thank you for joining us on Courts and Convo. Have a great night, guys.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Mm.